Okay, so here we are with the main man at Collier's Moston, Mr. Pat Barrett. Pat, thank you for letting us come into the gym and speak to your fighters this morning. And what a happy gym you've got.
Shouldn't be considered happy, really. It's a progressing gym. It's a work in progressing gym, and it's good to see that we've got 3 good fights out, which is Niall Brown on the undercard of Lyndon Arthur, and we're getting Zelfa out on the undercard of Joe Cordina and what's it called, Rakamov, who Zelfa fought for the world title. And Zelfa's got a good fight himself. I think he's fighting. Well, I won't say what he's fighting for actually until it's announced, but he's got a title fight himself that will put him in the world ranks again, and hopefully he'll get the winner of these two. So yeah.
Yeah, so we're just having a chat there with Niall Brown, first of all. Niall was due to fight on your show a couple of weeks ago at the Bowlers, but got the call that he's going to fight on the Wasserman show live on Channel 5. A good step up for him and a good time for him to do it, I think.
You know what it is? Like I said, it's worth the sacrifice. Taking him off my show, what I've just gone to put him on a Channel 5 show is is really good. It's a good opportunity to so people can see how good Niall Brown is. So he can get a chance to showcase himself. And I think once they see, and the opponent is no mug. The opponent is very very tough opponent. I mean, he's sparred with now before. He came down there for us to do a promotional deal. He's boxed on my show before. So yeah, it's a good test for him.
It's going to be a good night out for him as well. You know, it's live on Channel 5 and just that exposure that perhaps Niall deserves now. He's worked very, very hard with you. He was just saying there himself, he's happy to follow your lead, and this is where you see him going. So it's nice to see him progressing. And of course, you've got a lot of good fighters in the gym, not just the main men. You know, guys like Garth Ward, who's looking to make his debut very shortly. Didn't quite make it for the last show, but it's going to go on your May show, I believe, Garth.
That's right, yeah. Along with George Colleen as
That's
well.
right, yeah.
I mean, George Colleen has been one of the kids that's been here from since he's been about 12 years old to actually turn pro. With the same with Connor Ward. You know, it's Adam Rasul. You know, did all his amateur fights here, turned pro with us. So it's to me it's more good to see what we call like grassroots that have grown
Yeah.
with you to turn pro, and there's a lot of kids that have come and actually turned pro with us and 1-0, 2-0, and then come here. I mean, like Khalid Ayub. I mean, I think he's a sensation with me, and I think he's only 20 years old. There's so much to see from this kid yet. He's still a bit within himself, but when he comes out, and he's going to blossom like a really nice flower. So yeah.
Yeah, we are just speaking to him, and he was saying, you know, he's been here with you a couple of months now, and you know, he's really enjoying the way that you help him develop, and you know, you give him the advice that he needs, but still allow him to be himself.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm not here to change fighters when they come to me and they've got a certain attribute about them. I'm not trying to change them. I'm just trying to make them better and use what they've got to their own ability, and not try and be the way I want it to do, but they've got to try and fit it into their style, that add little things into what they can already do. I mean, Khalid, as you can see, he's come to me a ready-made fighter. He's 4-0, but I think there's points on him that I can improve on him to make his attributes look a lot more better, especially with his size. He's a big, 6'4", super middleweight. Keeping him side on, keeping him behind that jab. The basic thing as I teach all my boxers in the gym is the basic punches, and just keeping it simple.
And of course, the main fight in this next month with Lyndon going for the IBO world title over in Bolton, to a home crowd as well, which would be great for him. And he deserves this chance. He's at that time in his career where this is where he should be, and it's a cracking fight against Brian Suarez. He's 19 fights, 17 KOs. He's no mug, and it's going to be a cracking fight between those two.
I mean, it's a good test for Lyndon. He's been up against a test like that before in the box yard.
Yeah,
He's had so many knockouts. It's not the knocks. You can't knock out what you can't hit, and as long as Lyndon doesn't sit around and boxes the way we've been working on with the game plan. Be smart, be clever, um, giving nothing away. I think you can, and you know, it's not the most prestige world title, but it's a world title, and that world title will open the doors to a lot more. I think, you know, as you see, Yard had his world title fight the other day, obviously up against a far, far, far more better opponent. But then again, we're up against a tough, durable opponent ourselves. So yeah,
And it's going to be live on Channel 5 over at the Bolton Stadium. I think there's a few tickets left as well, isn't there, so that people can come along and watch?
I'm not too sure about the ticket sales and how
No.
it's going, but you know, I just know that with it being in Manchester, Lyndon's opportunity, I think it'll do very well. Niall Brown being on the show as well.
Yeah, that's a
I mean,
cracking duo, isn't it?
yeah, I mean, I'm just great to have two of my own lads on the TV day. It shows that we're moving in the right direction, and hopefully we'll see a lot more on TV
And
shows.
isn't it that Niall's sort of not managed by Lyndon, but starting to be guided by Lyndon?
Yeah, yeah. Well, because he doesn't have the manager's license, you know, Lyndon at the moment. I'm managing him, and you know, they're doing the same thing. But you know, obviously, it will obviously steer Lyndon into this kind of thing, and it's good to see the likes of Lyndon that giving it back and putting
Yeah.
it back in. And even though you wouldn't think that watching him spar today,
Cool.
you know,
No, that was tasty, wasn't it?
it was good. I mean, but it's good for Niall to be and share the ring with Lyndon
Yeah.
and help him getting ready for the world title fight, and you know, to have that kind of thing about him. You know, it was nice. I hardly had to do anything today, being a coach, apart from making sure that there was offense and defense coming back between the both of them.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Now listen, last show out, first one of the year. I think you had 7 or 8 fights on there.
yeah.
You had a few issues leading into that for things outside of your control, but a real cracking night over at the Bowlers. Everybody enjoyed themselves on some real decent fights. The next one, I think it's 22nd of May. I think, oh no, 27th of May.
Yeah, 27.
That's going to be a packed card, isn't it?
Well, yeah, I'm still making the card now as we go along. So it's like about 2, 3 fights, which I'm deciding who we're putting on round about there. But alternatively, yeah, it's the undercard. I mean, got Leighton Collymore on it. I
Yeah.
mean, you know, he's a fighter that I manage now. Khalid will be making his debut for us on that. So it's going to be definitely stacked with more interesting fights.
And you mentioned Garth Ward and George as well.
Well, we know we just we're keeping it there. We would love to see him on it, but after everything that we did last time and for how the situation was, I mean, I'm hoping that everything will be better and
Yeah.
it will go forward and everything will be great. So you
Fingers
know, fingers
crossed.
crossed. Yeah.
Well, listen, they were great nights last year and a good one the start of this year. We're looking forward to seeing how all the fighters do in the next few months, and really appreciate you letting us come up and seeing the guys today.
That was a pleasure. Thank
Pat,
you.
thank you, mate.
Cheers.
Cheers.